Hi, my name's Samantha Kimmy, and I'm the Membership and Learning Assistant at the Center for Nonprofit Excellence.
And my name is Amanda Rogerson. I am the Research Coordinator here at CNPE.
Now, normally here at Louisville Linked, we write an article each month on a current event that pertains to nonprofits in the Louisville community. However, we've recently noticed that about 0% of people are clicking through to read our well-crafted articles. So, in order to get your attention and to be mindful of your time, we've decided to host a short discussion on a current event that should be of interest to you.
Today we want to talk about cultural literacy in the workforce. This is a subject that's come to Samantha and my attention as we've been working with nonprofits here in the Louisville community that primarily serve highly impoverished communities. The populations that these organizations are serving are growing as we deal with our current financial situation here in the country. And one of the reasons they're growing is that a lot of young people are unemployed right now. This is a new situation. A lot of young people aren't able to find work, and they're entering poverty, essentially. They're entering into that demographic they didn't used to usually inhabit. Right now we have about 10% of the national workforce unemployed, and that goes up to 20% when you're looking at 18 to 24-year-olds. And it goes up even higher when you start looking at certain minority groups. Among Hispanic young people, it's at about 24%, and among African-American young people, it's at about 32%. So these are pretty staggering numbers, and a lot of young people are just really struggling to find work. This can be because of a lack of education, it can be because of a lack of jobs, but there's also another component we want to talk about, and that's how do you navigate sort of the culture of the workplace. Not all young people have been prepared for that, and whether or not we agree with sort of the validity of one culture dominating the workplace, it is something that young people have to contend with today.
Now, when we talk about workplace culture, we're specifically talking about the cultural mores surrounding the workplace, and that dictates many things. It dictates how you engage with your superiors. It dictates how you write an email. It dictates how you dress. It dictates all the small, subtle behaviors of the workplace that some people haven't had role modeled for them. And that can affect many things. And it can affect, first of all, whether they get the job in the first place, and it can affect whether they're able to be promoted within that workplace. So in short, it creates a host of problems, and our feeling is that it really needs to be addressed so that all young people, no matter what socioeconomic status they come from or demographic, they're able to fairly get a job.
And we feel like there is a really important model out there that the Louisville community should be looking at, and that is Year Up. It's a national nonprofit that's running a program in several large U.S. cities, and what they're doing is that they're taking young people from socially disadvantaged backgrounds and who have a high school diploma or a GED, and they're spending about 6 months with them and training them on sort of the workplace comportment issues that Samantha was talking about, and then they're spending about 6 months in an internship with a high-profile corporation. Year Up was started by a man named Gerald Chertavian, who had spent quite a bit of time on Wall Street, but had also been a mentor for Big Brothers Big Sisters, and he noticed when working with the young people at Big Brothers Big Sisters that a lot of them were facing a lot of barriers to employment, but one of the big ones was they just didn't know how to behave in the workplace or sort of what was expected of them. So he started this program to help them out.
Now, what we think is really great about Year Up is that it can act as a model for Louisville in the future. But it can also be adapted to Louisville's specific needs. For example, Year Up mostly placed young people at corporations. We think that this can be diversified. We think that if Louisville were to take on Year Up as a model, they could place young people at internships in all sorts of sectors and at government entities, at nonprofits, and at businesses to create a young, vibrant, just an all-in-all great workforce.
Yeah, and then this would sort of increase not only the overall vitality of Louisville if we were to get young people who wouldn't necessarily feel comfortable entering the workforce into the workforce, but it would also obviously strengthen and embolden our workforce. I think that's all we have for you today, though.
Thanks for listening, we appreciate it, and we hope you tune in next month for the next session.
Take care.